I've made over $16,000 directly from Stan products and $160,000 indirectly, thanks to my Stan store as a whole. And in this video, I'm breaking down exactly how to add your first product to your Stan store, whether you're just starting out or looking to up your Stan game. This is where the income potential really kicks in. Let's dive in and get your first product listed.
All right, so as always, we should be in My Store. So log into your Stan account, go to the dashboard, head to My Store. And what we're going to do is go ahead, and mine's a little bit long, obviously. Yours won't look like this, but let's scroll down to the bottom until you see Add Product and Add Section. I'm going to go ahead and choose Add Section first because I want to show you a lot faster what can be done with that button. When we click Add Section, you'll see New Section pop up. And the cool thing is you can click these and drag them up wherever you want them. So let's say I wanted to put something right here that was free information. So you'll see New Section is added here. So let's say I wanted to do that, and I wanted to change the name. All I have to do is click Edit Section, and then I'm going to say Freebies/live training. Then when we click Save, that will adjust, and now you'll see that section with the freebie. Then you'll see my next section with the information under that, and the next section. Now we're going to come down to the bottom and click Add Product. When we do that, we're going to be able to see a couple of different things that Stan allows us to embed into our store. As we've been over before, if you watched parts 1 and 2 like you should have before you got to this one, you know that I use a multitude of different things on Stan. So the multitude of different products that they offer, I have pretty much done every single one of them. The first one is an external link, which we'll talk about in a second. The second one, also an external link. The third one is a paid content creator community. So people actually get to be a member of my community. So they pay almost $30 a month, and I am there for them all day, every day. We have a private Facebook group, monthly coaching calls, etc. So this is actually a subscription-based program or product in Stan. Then we have this, that is a digital product. So it is a guide that someone can download. Here's another external link, and here is a one-on-one call. So a coaching call, a consult, a booking opportunity, whatever you want to call it, that's there. And then I also have 2 more external links that are affiliate links. So knowing what it looks like once it's done, let's go item by item and talk about why these could be beneficial for you and how to build them from scratch. So the first one is going to be digital product. When you're thinking about launching a digital product on Stan, you need to think about what you actually want to sell. Does the thing that you want to sell require a lot of convincing? Is it a high ticket offer? Is it a group coaching program? Is it a $500 course? If the answer is yes to any of those questions, you need to instead use an external link. The reason why I say that is because you're going to need a lot more copy. You're going to need a lot more personalization. You're going to need a lot more information, the same way that this sales page was built for my course that is over $500. I can't put all of this into Stan like I want to, but I can add it to Stan by using an external link. So when we're thinking about our digital product, we need to think low to mid ticket. And if you have not seen the video for my 9-step process for building a profitable digital product, you're going to want to add that to your queue of videos that you watch. I highly recommend to finish out this 4-part series first. But once you're done with that, you're going to want to head to the description and check out my $160,000 digital product blueprint, because that is going to give you the answer to a freebie, a low ticket, a mid ticket, or a high ticket. Which one should you offer? How do you sell them? What kind of things should you put in them? It's going to do all of that for you. So make sure, again, I will pop that in the description. Make sure you check that out after you finish this 4-part series. So with that said, let's say we decide to do a $7 guide. I would come in here and start filling these out. Do you want it to be a button that looks like this? Do you want it to be a call out that looks like this? Or do you want it to be a preview that looks looks like this. I personally choose call outs for all of mine, but at the bottom, you will see these guys are buttons because they're not as important to me. Then we're going to choose an image. As you can see, it's a 400 by 400. So let's say I come in here and I say that I want to use this one. It's going to crop it for you, or you can obviously come in here, make it a little bit smaller or bigger, whatever you want, and we'll crop, and then you'll see that pop up over here. Then we are going to do a title. As you can see, we have 50 characters in total. I'm going to show you a couple of different titles that I have personally used that have made me a buttload of money lately. So for this title, I could have easily said live stream. I could have said join me next Tuesday. There's a bunch of different ways that you can go about this, but in my opinion, the thumbnail, which is this guy right here, the title and the heading and the subheading, the title and the body, all of those need to complement each other and grow on each other. So for example, here's my thumbnail, Evolushen Designs live stream, $300,000 blueprint. You see two people's faces and you also see the date and time. So I'm going to put this is a free live stream with this person on this date at this time. And then I'm also going to perpetuate that further by saying what that $300,000 blueprint equals and also add some emotion evoking context. So if I come back over here and I say the Paid Content Creator Academy, turning your side hustles into sustainable income. This is my YouTube channel, obviously. But if I wanted to say that it is the 7 steps to turn your side hustle into sustainable income, then I would just change that here. I would say Paid Content Creator Academy Guide. And then in here, they give you the opportunity to change this. It's only 100 characters, but you can use this to your advantage. But again, I want you to think about your target audience as the end buyer. Don't say we will deliver this file right to your inbox. Really think of who they are, what problems they have that you are solving with this item. Going back up here, let's do another one. So PCCA, Private Membership Group. This is a subscription model that people pay me around $30 a month to be a part of a private exclusive community for paid content creators. So what I put as the title matches the thumbnail. It perpetuates the thumbnail. It goes a little bit deeper into what the thumbnail already said. Then my subheading goes even farther. Get immediate access to exclusive trainings, live group coaching calls, and weekly job opportunities. So it should basically funnel into each other. And this is all done, by the way, in a matter of microsecond. They are making the decision on whether or not they want to click into this, right? So these things have to work in your favor because you're not actually getting the meat and potatoes until you click. So if the 3 pieces of the thumbnail, the title, and the subheading are not compelling enough, they will never click in to learn more. So let's say we build that out. And then the last thing is your button. In these particular cases, because I chose a call out, there is no button. Okay, let me show you what it looks like when we do. If we click on button, download now is all the text that comes up. If we do call out though, we get the title, the price, and the subheading. That is why I personally choose call out. If we go to preview, however, it has all of them together. Now we can go ahead and go to checkout page. Once we do this, this is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to show you this guy right here. This is what it's going to end up looking like once you do it right. So we have reviews down here. We have the body copy. We have the price. We have the name and the thumbnail. So that is what this is going to turn into. So again, we can choose an image. Let's say we just choose the exact same one again. Or if you want to make a better one, you totally can, but let's just say we choose this one. As you can see, it's a little bit bigger now because it's going across the entire header rather than just a small thumbnail. However, I still want it to be a little bit more focused on this. So I'm going to crop it. And now you'll see this go over here. But you'll also see it is getting cut off by the title. So the title can be something else. We don't want to just copy and paste from the other thing that we just did. So private PCCA community. And as you can see here, it says PCCA Private Membership Group. So that's 2 totally different titles. So you said this was going to be a 7-step checklist to do blah, blah, blah for your audience. You said that it was a guide, whatever. You can say checklist, guide, whatever you want. Put that as the title here. And I want it to be compelling for them to hopefully take an action. Next thing is your description body. And the cool thing is they actually offer a generate with AI. So if we come in here, let's say I want to copy this over. So let's say we put this in here and we generate with AI. So Stanley, their embedded AI system, is actually going to generate a highly converting copy for this. Okay, so it's going to build this out for us and then we can click replace if we like it. And the good news is you can also edit this to make it a little bit more compelling. So let's say we want to bolden this, for example. And let's say we want to pop this into a larger location. So you can see that gets a little bit bigger. Let's say we want to italicize. A bunch of different ways you can do that. But one of my favorites favorites is you can also embed photos into the sales page itself. And now you can see that has been added. You can also add videos by clicking this button. And then all it's going to want you to do is either embed your video from YouTube, from Loom, from Wistia, etc., or you can upload your own. So let's say we wanted to add this Canva tutorial in. We could click share, grab the embed, and paste it right here. Click embed video. So now in the sales page itself, you're going to see that YouTube video, which is really stinking awesome. So if I were to go to this right now and it was live, I could literally press play and they could start doing it. The next thing is the bottom title. So you'll see this right here after you get done with building out your copy. Last little thing I want to show you in the copy section is the ability to add a link. So let's say this, for example, we needed it to link out somewhere else. We wanted to give them more information, whatever. You could click this button and simply add the link here, and then it would add a hyperlink. So I'm just going to use this as the example. Now you will see that is clickable. And if we go up here, you'll see when we click on this, it will take us to that location. So that's the last thing that you can do in the copy that kind of makes it a little bit more optimized than they've had in previous years. Then we have the bottom title, which is this guy right here. So after you get done with your copy, what do you want this to be called? You can make it a call to action, and we're going to set the price. The price is going to be down here at the bottom and also right here at the top. Said that yours is going to be $7, so we can go ahead and do it like that, and it will be 7 up here and 7 below. Very, very easy. If you also wanted to add a discounted price, you could and call it $5, and it will be struck through at the top, but not at the bottom. If you also wanted to add a discount code, these are obviously in a paid subscription with Stan, so keep that in mind. If you wanted to add a discount code, you could click this button and then basically call it whatever you want and then give them the code. So let's just say PCCA member. Let's say my PCCA members get this for $2 instead of $7. So then I would basically say what the discount is. Let's just call it 50%, and that will bring them down to $3.50. So when they're trying to purchase, if they use the coupon code, we copy this over, but it would go down to $3.50 if it was ready. You could also limit the quantity, which is something that I highly recommend. I'm going to show you what it looks like in real time. So on mine, for example, you'll see 8 items left and 7 items left and 3 items left. So this is the opportunity for you to have some urgency and some scarcity marketing tactics. You can limit quantity to 8 or 5 or 10 or whatever you want, and then that will show up the same way that mine would, right here before they even go in. The next thing is going to be what fields you want filled out, and that is completely up to the purpose of the digital product. Let's go to my landing page. If I do this particular item, you'll see that I have this, I have the name, I have the email, and then I also have this that is required for them to fill out. Which of the following represents your business/income drivers best? And they have to do this before they can sign up. Then we have the ability to choose how we want to deliver our digital product. The first one is going to be upload a file. So let's say you have a PDF, you have a Canva template, you have an Excel spreadsheet, whatever it is, you can upload the file and then they will get that directly to their email. The other option is to redirect to a URL. So for example, let's say this was a teaser video of a much larger product that I had privately on YouTube. Let's just say that. I could add that private YouTube video that is more than the teaser into redirect to URL by simply just copying and pasting that and then the product name. Last up is to go to your options section. Now, none of these are required, but all of these are going to help you make more money. The first thing is add reviews. We're going to click add customer review. Choose an image if you want, or you can keep it blank. And let's say I say, Leslie, and Leslie was awesome. Great product. I highly recommend to not fake these. These need to be real. They need to be true. I hate when I see things that I know were built by AI. Don't put them. Wait until you get reviews and then immediately go pop them back in here. All you have to do is click edit on the product at any time. But I do not want you to fake these. That is only going to hurt you in the long run, and it's not going to give your people the transformation they need. Order bump is an interesting thing. I'll show you what it looks like. So an order bump looks like this. So if you decide to grab my content creator blueprint, which is about a 70-page guide that walks you through the 5 different ways to become a paid content creator, you also qualify for a one-time offer to do a strategy call with me. Okay, so then they would just click that, and as you can see, the number changed. So it was 47, now it's 294. So if you wanted to do an order bump, you could say enable, and then you would basically just choose what you want. In this case, it would be the only one that I have access to is that one, so I could, and then you will see that one-time offer pop up. We're going to jump to confirmation email. This is basically going to give you the ability to change this up a little bit. So they have these ways that you can personalize different things. You can add a bunch more things in here. I actually want to show you guys what mine looks like so that you can see the difference. Here's what it looks like. All right. So your subscription to blank is confirmed. Here is the link to access the private Facebook group. I look forward to getting to know you on a deeper level. So obviously I adjusted that compared to what they originally had. Let's choose this one and see what happens. So you'll see here is the link to the blueprint that you can access immediately. Make sure to download and save it. And when you're ready to grab your seat in the PCCA for 15% off, reply to this email, etc. So there's a bunch of different ways that you can go about this to either get someone into a higher tier or a higher ticket offer. You can send them links, whatever it is. That is exactly how we can customize this location. Once you're done with making all of those changes, you would simply come down here and click publish. So once you are satisfied with your digital product and you are ready to go, you can click publish and it will pop up in your store. If you're not ready, you can save as draft and you can always come back, but that's exactly how to build the DP from scratch. The next thing I want to show you guys is the other options that you can do. We have collect emails, e-course, coaching call, and then more product ideas down here. As it relates to collecting emails, I do want to show you something very important about this. There is no price on here whatsoever. This is simply collecting emails. So all you're doing is putting the title, the thumbnail, the subheading, grabbing their information, and then having a call to action. That is it. So if you want to do something like this, highly recommend it, especially in the beginning stages of building your digital product. Sometimes the cheapest items require the most convincing. Sometimes it's better to do a freebie off of stanstore to collect emails, but I link it in my stanstore, but it goes somewhere else. And the reason why is because I still need that email, but I've got a lot more places to put more information about why I need that email. This is all you get with Stan. So I just wanted to bring that little piece up that I think is very important when you're making that decision for yourself. So what I want you to do is make the best decision for your business, but most importantly, no matter what you do, start an email list. Then the other option we have, Stan started offering courses. So I do all of my courses personally through ClickFunnels. I know a lot of people do their courses through Kajabi, but Stan actually offers this. I personally have made the decision to not utilize this system inside of Stan, but again, like we've discussed, I do use Stan to get people to my course. So it's in Stan and it's getting them here, but then they have to join the program through ClickFunnels because I needed to have a little bit better of a sales page personally because I am offering a higher ticket product. I have seen a couple of these do well, but they're usually lower to mid ticket. So again, depending on what you're offering, this is the decision that you have to make for your own business. However, they do offer it, which is really stinking cool. So you could come in here, thumbnail, title, subheading, checkout page, same thing, just like the digital product. The thing that's really different here is the actual course itself. So once someone purchases here, they will automatically be redirected to your course. Okay. So you can edit the homepage. You can change the branding. You can change the description, the welcome sequence to basically say like, hey, thanks for joining the program. You're going to get access to blah, blah, blah. You can make all of those changes here. And you can also start adding all of your modules in here. And you'll see you could click that and then all the modules will come up. All right. So let's say we're starting completely from scratch. We can add a module and we come over here and click rename. And let's say lesson 1. And then we're going to add a lesson. And then you will put your information in here. You will upload a video lesson if it's necessary for the course. And you can upload any supporting materials. So for example, if we come over here, you'll see that there is a title, there is a subheading, and then there's a video. And then if we come down here, we'll also see that there is 2 links that are supporting materials. So Stan is giving you the opportunity to basically build this out in Stan. Okay, so that's what it means when it says upload your video, upload your supporting materials, and then the description again right here. What is the description of the lesson they are currently doing? And then you can go ahead and click save. And then you'll start to see those build out. And again, you can always change the name here. So you can do that that, and then it will update in real time over here. Click publish. That course is now live. Last up, as always, you can do all of these different things as the individual options to optimize your course sales page even further. Now let's go back to the product section one last time. I want to lightly go over the rest of them. So coaching calls, same concept. We're going to make all of these changes, and I'll show you again what mine looks like. So I have me, one-on-one business strategy call, very easy to see on mobile and on desktop. So what I don't want you to do is just keep this. We do want to adjust this, choose your image. Then on the checkout page, you're going to basically say, why should they book with you? Why are you the person to help them? How are you going to help them? What are they going to receive from this, etc.? So we'll basically put our copy in here, and then you can have some reviews and your information down at the bottom. And then we're going to have our availability. So in here, you have the opportunity to make any changes here. How long is it? Prevent booking within X hours of current time. All right, so the max attendees, you can choose whatever you want here, but I'm just going to put one. Break buffer in between. I'm going to go ahead and put this and this. So there's 15 minutes before and after for anyone to book an additional one. And then they can book for the next 60 days. Then we can come over here and say what days are we not available, or are we available, and what times. And then I can also come down here and click block off specific dates. From there, you can also go to options and then add any of these things that we've done in the past. The main difference here is the reminder. So we want to make sure that email reminders are toggled on, and then you can do different timings. So 1 hour before, 24 hours before, etc. You can go ahead and put all of those in there, and then it will send to the email that they signed up with. Last but not least, let's go ahead and just look at these 6 really quickly. The newest thing that they have is a community. So this is an interesting thing. I would recommend diving in a little bit deeper for yourself to see if it makes sense for you. I have personally chosen to do my community on Facebook groups. I personally made that decision, but if you want to come in here and build your own community in Stan, this is a featured option. The next one is custom product. This is something that I have personally done in the past, where basically I did a Fiverr and Upwork portfolio audit. So someone would give me their Upwork account, and then I would do a screen recording just like I'm doing today of their Fiverr, of their Upwork, etc. And then I would give them that video. So they would pay for the video, I would give them that video. So this is the exact same concept as all the other ones, but I just wanted to show the little bit of a difference. Recurring membership is something that you can do where they will actually get charged on a monthly basis, or whatever your cadence is. On the checkout page, you can make that decision. So how is it recurring? Monthly, yearly, weekly, daily, etc. Webinar is a little bit different than everything we've talked about, but it's still kind of the same. So we are still going to do everything to build it out. We're still going to do the checkout page just like we normally would, but the difference being it needs to be configured. So we're going to configure our webinar by saying we want it to be one of these 4 things. You can do a custom location, Zoom meeting, Google Meet, or default. I'm going to choose Zoom meeting. I'm going to make it 60 minutes. My max attendees, let's just say, is 50. And then I'm going to add webinar slots. So what days could someone book this? I personally like to offer 2 different dates and times, just because I want to make sure that as many people can get there as possible. But in my webinars, I also give people who couldn't make it live the replay for the price that they paid. So let's just say this was working. For some reason, there's a bug that will not allow me to choose December 10th. But if it was not a problem, I could choose it, and then I could put this time slot. Let's just say we do 4 p.m. and then I could add the second one here as well. And then once they purchased, they'd be able to make their decision of which one they're going to register for. So you can see all of those. You'll also see the reminder like we had with the coaching calls as well. It's the exact same concept. So that's the difference a little bit as it relates to doing the webinar. The last one I really wanted to show you guys today is the URL. I do a lot of external URLs on Stan. So this one, for example, is an external URL. It takes you guys to an external URL, aka a live stream that I'm hosting next Tuesday. Another one is if we're doing a digital product that's a freebie that needs a little bit more context, I'm going to send them out to my freebie opt-in page instead of doing a Stan opt-in. So that is exactly how I do that. I simply go to URL and then I add all of this information in, I paste the URL, and that is it. and then they are actively able to click on those things and go straight to that location. So guys, I hope all of that makes sense. I know this was a little bit of a longer one, but I really wanted to go step by step and product by product into what you could do to build your value ladder as a content creator selling digital products. With that said, again, if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I'll link them in the description. Everything else that I referenced in this video, I will also link in the description. And step 4, our final part of this series, I'm going to go over exactly how to go through the analytics tab and exactly what you should be looking at to make data informed decisions for your business. So I better see you guys in that one next.